And presto, like magic.
Here we are.
Here's Chandra. Now listen, before we get started, if you want something more in your relationship than what you have, that's why Chandra is here, and she's going to tell us what we can do to deepen our relationships. And we want to let you know that you can, if you have a question regarding this, give us a call now at 1-800-664-8808. And to have an open, loving relationship takes a little bit of work, does it not?
I think so.
All right. You say to have that open relationship, you've got to be open and loving, which kind of sounds obvious, but it's not.
Well, it seems like it's obvious, but how often do you hear people say, I want to have an open, loving relationship, I want to be intimate, I want this, I want that. I have people say this to me all the time, and I turn around and I say, I understand that you want that. You have to ask yourself, are you that? You can't have something that you're not. You're going to pull to you a match for your vibration. So if you're loving and you're open, you have a much better chance of finding someone who's loving and open as well.
It takes a while to learn these things. You also say being open means not running or shutting down. Right.
It's very easy when you're vulnerable and you're kind of raw and you're letting somebody get to know you to run away and to shut down when something happens. You have to be very, very brave to have a good relationship. Being open means that even when you get scared, which I think is our next point, you don't run. You know, what you're really afraid of is really what sets you free. You have to be willing to stay open. You have to be willing to trust. You have to be willing to put yourself in a position where you're a little bit nervous and still you don't close down and run away.
Which is that's a tough thing to resist. I mean, you do feel that way, but that's very important that you have to say how you feel and address that with your partner, even when you are scared.
Well, it's scary. You know, the things that, you see, what happens is that when you're open, you kind of enter unknown territory. You don't really know what's going to happen. And when you're open to love, there's that little person inside you that knows that you're open to all of it. You're open to the good stuff and you're open to the bad stuff. So that openness is the only way that love can come into your life. But when you're open, you know that other things come up as well. Open means that stuff inside begins to come up as well as stuff coming toward you. And when that stuff inside begins to come up, and it's your stuff, it's scary. And the first thing you want to do is you just want to tear, but you just want to get out of there. Sure. You have to force yourself, and you have to say, you know what, if I really want to be close with someone, I have to let someone see who I really am. And that's not very easy sometimes.
Your next point, you address the issue, never attack character.
No, never attack character. If you have something that's not working with your partner, you want to deal with the issue. We have what's called ad hominem attacks. What that means is that if you and I have an issue, rather than saying, you know what, I really don't want to have Italian food tonight. You know, I mean, I want to have a chance to pick the restaurant. You know, I think we need to switch off. That to me is fair. It's not fair to say, you know what, you're really selfish. We do everything you want to do, and I never get to do what I want to do. That's not right. You're selfish, you're egocentric. When you attack character, it's not fair. It's not fair fighting. It's not a way to really connect with someone. And what you do then is you end up pushing the person away rather than bringing them close to you.
It's naturally to react defensively to the attack of your character.
Exactly.
You want to do the same thing right back. Okay, now you say you care more about connecting, feeling right, than being right.
Well, you and I talked about this.
That's what you really want to do.
Yeah, I talk about this again and again, and I think this is really the key, not only to having a romantic relationship, but it's a key to any relationship. When your ego is invested in making your point, in being right, you know, you can win, but you really feel crummy inside. Mm-hmm. You know, you can beat somebody down, but you still don't feel connected. The whole reason that you're with someone is you want to feel connected, you want to feel good. So you have to be more invested in feeling right, in connecting, than in being right.
We're talking with Chandra Alexander about being closer in your relationship. We have a caller on the line. Carol, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Good morning, Carol. What can I do for you?
Thank you for answering my call.
You're welcome.
I'm in a relationship and have been for the past 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
With a gentleman who we both had been married 35 years, and we both lost our spouses.
I'm sorry.
We enjoy the time we have together, but I just don't understand why I can't get him to commit just a little bit more.
You can't.
Should I just leave the relationship if he's not going to commit?
Well, it depends what you want. You see, first of all, I would never ask anybody for a commitment. I mean, people commit because they want to commit. And even if you can get him to commit, it's never going to be the way you want. You're never going to feel love the way you want to feel love. Someone has to do that because they want to do it. That being said, you need to ask yourself, do I want this relationship to deepen? Is it not deepening because he's not willing to open more? You know, sometimes when you've been married a long time, it's not necessarily marriage, but it's openness. And this is the question you have to ask yourself. You understand? If you want more and you're not getting more in terms of openness, then you have to take a look at yourself and decide what you want to do going forward. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the call, Carol. We have to wrap and take a break.
Okay.
But if you want some more information about Chandra, her books, her CDs, you can visit her website at coachgirl.com. Or if you're interested in a private coaching session, you can give Chandra a call at 1-800-760-9885. Thanks, Chandra. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hey, coming up, more legal advice from attorney Tom Kennedy from the Kennedy Law